Okay, I want to talk to you about three sources of funding that you can get right now. If you're an independent contractor, if you're a 1099 employee, if you're a business, if you're self-employed, if you're an LLC, if you're a corporation, I don't even care if you don't have employees and you just own your own business. As long as you're in business, February 15th of 2020, you're going to qualify this time. But I'm going to tell you, don't do it wrong. Don't make the mistake and pull the trigger too fast. Of course, don't wait too long is awesome. But I've got a silver bullet that I'm going to give you right now, and I've got a way to get you three sources of funding, and we're going to do it the right way. Okay, our company has been doing this for a long time, and it's all we do. We know exactly what to do and how to do it to get you all the money and to maximize your money. Okay, so you're not in a corner just relying on your own, your own personal bank, your own personal lender, your own personal banker friend. Okay, they don't do this every day. Matter of fact, they kind of tap out. They tap out after a week or a month, or they may have a certain ceiling of businesses that they can help. Okay, so I'm going to encourage you: do not do it wrong. Okay, there's a lot of little different moving parts, and it's very complicated. Okay, and yes, you may have gotten it before, so you may qualify again, but you may not have even gotten enough the first time around. By the way, I want to talk about myself for a second and our company, One Force Local. My name is Ro Hubbard with oneforcelocal.com. So we're a local institution, and we give away local grants up to $120,000. We also process the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program funding that's forgiven, and the SBA EIDL loans, which is your EIDL. You probably heard of it. It's a weird name, but it's your economic injury disaster loans. Okay. They're all three great deals. You may not need all three of them, but you're guaranteed to at least get one of them. You'll probably get all three if you qualify. And we make sure we do everything in our power to make sure you know that you qualify and that you're doing it the right way. So One Force Local, if you haven't heard of us, we are national, okay? But we're city by city. We're on a crusade to help every single local business because we know these banks don't know what they're doing. Okay, these national lenders, credit unions, some are authorized to do it, some aren't. Some were really stressed out, and it was hectic. That first round of PPP and SBA, I think I got a lot more gray hairs, right? I mean, it was it was crazy, and people didn't know what they were doing because they had they had the gates open real fast on it. So we've been there. Matter of fact, the first round we helped over, I can't remember how many it was, over 400 clients. And so it was over $10 million. We made the mistakes. We figured it out. We had to keep shifting to different banks and lenders, but we have a whole network of lenders. So you're not just handcuffed to one, to one bank. We've been there. We do it. We're still doing it to this day. We're processing forgiveness. Okay. So we will process the loan, do the forgiveness. Matter of fact, I want to tell you three things, three sources of funds. There's PPP, okay, and this time they're going to give you up to 3.5%. Depends on the category you're in. If you're a hotel or a restaurant, okay, but in most cases it's going to be your 2.5 times your, your payroll of what you normally do for payroll monthly. It's that times 2.5. Now, even if you don't have an employee, you are still going to qualify, and we're going to show you how. Okay, we did it many, many, many times because you are an employee of your own company, even if you're a 1099 employee, even if you only have a personal bank account. We helped many of these type of people that were left out dry. They didn't know. They didn't know they qualified. Okay, and then the SBA number two, okay, is the SBA EIDL loan, which is up to $150,000. They extended it for another year. Now, if you only got $50,000, just to make up a number here, and you didn't get the whole $150,000, that means you qualify for the other $100,000 now, possibly. Okay, and we are going to make sure your business is set up right, all the bookkeeping, everything looks right, the numbers. Make sure you're listed. Make sure you have a website. Make sure whatever you need, because banks are looking. They're looking to find you. We're going to make sure that you are verifiable. Okay, that is one little secret that a lot of people weren't doing first before we submit you. But the SBA EIDL last time they gave up to $10,000, depending on how many employees you had, which is like 1,000 per employee. Well, this time they're not doing that. This time, if you qualified for 1,000 last time because you only had one employee, maybe it was yourself. This time now you qualify for another 9,000. Still kind of piggybacks off the first round, but you still qualify for another 9,000. Same with the SBA. If you got 50,000, you still qualify for another 100 grand. It caps out at 150,000, which is a pretty good deal. That there's no payment for a whole year, 3.75%, and it's for 30-year term, which is ridiculous. But they want to make sure that your baby doesn't die. Your business is like your baby. They want to make sure you got a year's worth of baby food, right? So that's on the SBA EIDL. PPP is forgiven, no credit check, okay? Pretty simple loan if it's done right, but it's a very complicated, okay? It's got to be done right, and you got to pick the right lender without a doubt, okay? And then the third funding I want to tell you about is up to $120,000 local grants through our institution, oneforcelocal.com. So that one is going to cover lots of things. Our company does bookkeeping, tax prep, legal prep. We have a finance department, financial officers. We do marketing and branding and advertising and that stuff too, but that's all to help boost your revenue, right? And increase your market share and make the valuation of your company worth a lot more money. And there's pitch decks and there's financial statements and financial forecasting and stuff that gets done behind the scenes. But those are some of the things that we're going to be doing to make sure you're set up. We want to make it look like you're active, with your Secretary of State, doing things to make sure you're legitimized and where your valuation is good. Nothing too complicated. We do it fast. This is all about getting fast funding, and we make it happen fast. Number one, it's, PPP is there to save your employees, okay? Number two, the SBA EIDL is there to kind of save your company, give you those funds, that cash flow that you need. And then number three, the local grant is there for you to go get more business. So save your employees, and then save your business, and now go get more business. Okay. This time around, it is another year. There are some real sensitive topics and issues that we have to handle correctly, and we will. Matter of fact, when you come on board with us, you're going to have a dedicated team, okay, of at least 5 people that I have assigned to each client, and they handle so many clients. From onboarding you and processing and financial officer, our office director, our comptroller, everybody that's involved on your team to get you set up, fill in all the holes, make sure nothing's missing, make sure it's tight. It's a tight ship with no leaks. Make sure you're verifiable, legitimized. Then we're pulling that trigger. That's why I say don't pull the trigger too fast. Don't make the mistake. Same time, let's not miss deadlines, but let's get it done within a week, but let's do it the right way. There's nothing else that we do. We do this 70, 80 hours a week. This is our job, to help small businesses, and that's what we've done. The first round, over $10 million, 400 clients. We know what we're doing, okay? It's not new territory for us. Now, laws are changing and rules are changing, but we stay up with all that stuff, okay? We make sure this is all done with compliance and that's legal. There's a lot of people doing stuff wrong if they meant to or if they didn't mean to. There's people buying yachts and boats and jewelry. There's people lying on their applications. Well, I don't know, out of desperation or people being greedy or some is just out of ignorance. They just didn't know, all right, and not their fault. I'm encouraging you to let us hold your hand on this. Have a dedicated team working for you. This is all we do. We over communicate what we're doing. Okay, you're getting every step. Okay, because it's usually 3 or 4 steps, and with a whole lot of a file manager and building a file and onboarding you and getting you with the right lender and maximizing that money. Okay, so and then another part of this, if you already got PPP through a lender, we may go through that same lender, but maybe they didn't give you enough the first time, or maybe there's another one that's better, and they're offering you more money, whatever case. Let us figure that out. We'll put it all on the table. You be the judge. What makes sense, and we'll just walk you through it. I promise you, and you'll be happy. You'll get your money. The money drops right into your bank account within days. Sometimes it's weeks, right? We don't know if somebody's held up or somebody's not giving us the right information. But we do it. It's a fast funding program, and you're going to get 3. Okay, you may get 2, you may get 1. Kind of depends on what you qualify for and what you don't. But most small businesses, truck drivers, construction companies, they're independent contractors, 1099 employees. You don't have to just be the big business on the block. Okay, we know what we're doing. We handle just every single step of it. Okay, I wanna tell you to be first in line, not last in line. Okay, probably underneath this video there's a link. I know this video is probably a little longer than I wanted it, but there's probably a link under here. You can book a call with me or somebody in my office. Okay, so we can kind of go over everything. Otherwise, press the link and get started. Get us your information. It's not that complicated. Just stick it in there, and then we will go to work and we will do all the rest of the heavy lifting. We'll do all the rest of the work. Okay. Forgive me if I'm talking a little fast right now, but these things are going to be flying. These companies and everybody's going to be flying at us. Okay, so we can only dedicate so much to whoever gets in line first. Okay. We're going to quality control this to death, and we're not going to bring on thousands and thousands of new businesses. Okay, we've got about 400 we're servicing right now, and we're going to be bringing in another probably 400 or 500. Okay, because we made our teams even bigger. We're on it. We're going to do it the exact right way. Period of the story. And then even beyond that, you're going to see some of our services and some of even being a channel partner with us, if that's what you decide, how we're going to help you get more business. And you may have an exit strategy in 5 years to sell your business for $1 million, whatever. I'm just making up a number, but we're going to make sure that you're doing everything right and that all those holes are filled as well, in terms of branding and websites and marketing and bookkeeping and legal setups and disclaimers and making sure once this emergency stuff's over, sometimes a year from now you need another $100,000 just for cash flow or a business line of credit. Okay, or whatever it is. I'm just there's so many differences. A lot of my truckers need factoring, whatever the case. So come on board, click the link. Let's book a call first if you want to talk to us first. Otherwise, there's probably a link under here that's going to just let you go ahead and get in the system. So you're first in line, not last in line, right? But we'll be talking a lot more. It's a pretty complex process that we're doing, but every single move. We'll be talking quite a few times. When that money shows up in your bank, just like the first time, it's a pretty exciting day because you just got $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in your bank account, or you just got $150,000 or $100,000. So it makes sense, and it's truly a life changer. Again, my name is Ro Hubbard. One Force Local. We've got oneforcetax.com, oneforcefirm.com, oneforcedigital.com. We've got lots of different resources. We're kind of the ultimate business resource center, okay, for your local marketplace. We're here to help you, and look forward to hearing from you. Fill in that link, and if you got any questions, just book a call, and we'll get to you right away. Okay. Thank you very much.